Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood. With a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, backed by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the
waiting to snap. Here it comes. Pressure coming once again. Picked up. Gives it to Price. He's got a lane. Picks up the first down. A block. Can he get across? And he does. A little spinneroonie at the 2.
Barron is on to punt another one away here. That's a high end over end. Moorhead will get a chance for 20. Flags out on the block in the back. It's going to erase a beautiful return from Moorhead, who's still on his feet. All this running is for naught because the penalty is going to bring this one back. It's a shame because Moorhead just showed you what he can do as he gets pushed out of bounds at the 4-yard line.
A weekend like few others. Whatever you wanted, you got, unless you're a Blue Jay fan. Whatever you, like, if you wanted spectacular, figure it out. If you were, you are a baseball fan. And look, I don't care if you're a Dodger fan or if you're a whoever fan. You got the best World Series probably of your lifetime, at least since 1975 and maybe ever. You got a Lobo victory that was as big of a Lobo victory as you've had in years and maybe unexpected. You got incredible football yesterday. You got a United victory in the playoffs. Whatever you wanted, I believe you got. And now you get us, and this is the format for you. You've got to have something to say on this Monday morning. As we start November 3 is the date. First show of November. It's the opening drive on a Monday morning on 95.9 FM at AM Sports Animal. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck on the day that the Lady Lobos will tip off the season. 2 days away from Lobo men's basketball getting going. What's you living? How you living? Good?
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
No, I mean, a weekend like few others, right?
It's an unbelievable weekend, and you get these this time of year, and it was just from start to finish.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, full 3 hours on the World Series because You think I'm wrong when I mean, I don't know. Was it the best World Series of your lifetime? As far as just baseball, man, you don't have to like the team. I get it. But as far as the drama, the games, the unexpected, the Miguel Rojas's and the Yamamoto's coming out of the bullpen the day after, and the 18 innings, the drama. Is it the best of your lifetime? It might be of mine.
I would have to sit down and look back at some of the World Series and what happened after that last 18-inning game we saw, or things like that. But you go 7, finish in extra innings, it definitely is elevated to another status with the way that series played out the last few games.
Yeah, I always thought, and I'm old enough, I remember that Carlton fist, waving the ball in Game 6, and that was 1975. That was a long time ago. The Red Sox, the Reds. Was that 50 years ago now? But this was insane. I mean, the drama, the unexpected, the way Game 6 ended on a 7-4 double play with the winning run on third base, or I'm sorry, the tying run on third base. The way go dissect it, 18 innings, and the way Game 6 ended, and then Game 7 goes extra innings, and the weird plays, and I mean, so we'll get there. And then Lobo fan, how about your game? How about Saturday? How about going to Vegas and jumping on top 21-0 against the Rebels, who were one of the 2 picks at the top of the league in their play? They come back on you, and this was their MO, right? This was UNLV. Oh, this is how UNLV wins games. They get down early. Look what they did against Miami of Ohio, and look what they did against Air Force. I mean, this is their MO. And then you hold them off, and you come back, and you win, and you get 4 down stops, and you are bowl eligible barely into November 1. JJ, I don't know if this is a bigger win than UCLA, because I don't know that it'll resonate as much with the fan base for what it means going forward. This was a gigantic step for the program.
Yeah, I think the UCLA one will resonate more based on who they beat and how they won that game. But this game is just as important. It gets you to bowl eligibility. It allows you, as Coach X said after the game, let's reset our goals. We wanted to get to a bowl game. We got there. Well, why not reset and think about more? And that's what this Lobo team can do. And the way that they've responded, the way we've won games a different way. It's like raise your hand if you're like, well, that was fun while it lasted after laying through that pick six.
Make it 21, right?
And you're just like, how are they going to respond? And all they did was then score the final 10 points of the first half, hit them with just gigantic play after gigantic play. And they pulled the switcheroo. They were the team that found a way in the fourth quarter, and that's what UNLV did all season.
Yeah, and that's what good teams do. They find ways to win. And my phone was low at 21-0. My phone was ready to explode. And then it got really quiet for a few hours. and then it went off. And that's what this is, because people want to believe. I think people really want to believe that they got a good football team, and I'm going to tell you that it's okay to believe that you do have a good football team. I'm promising you. You're 6-3 and you beat some good football teams. And there's still that, it's the same old Lobo. So when we're 21-0, you already counting your victory, and here comes UNLV. But you know what? Not only did you just hit them with big plays all game, Jackson excellent pass.
Another fourth down conversion on a fake punt.
Yeah. It's terrific. And it's not just that they do it; it's the execution, because who was I talking to? We talked. It was Tony Sampson, the week of the New Mexico State, where he said, we know they do a lot of trick plays, and so we're prepared for that. Like, everybody knows who expects it, right? But it's placement and it's execution. When are you running them? How are you disguising it? And more so, how are you executing? And they did. But this team found a way to come back, and then the defense in the fourth quarter, those last two drives, shutting them down on fourth downs and winning a football game on the road against a team who I think is really good. And Anthony Calandria, look, he had a hell of a game. What did he put 382 and 3 touchdowns? His numbers are fine. But you found a way to go on the road. I don't know if it's the biggest win. You know, I will tell you, I think the UCLA win set the tone for this team. I think it got people believing. And more so even afterwards when UCLA went and beat Penn State. Now we know what Penn State might not be. But still, the fact that you beat that brand in that building on the road, and UCLA went and won some games after that, you realize, damn, we are pretty good. We can have nice games. We can be good. And I think people are starting to appreciate this. And now you're in line. JJ, you got a bye week. You got Colorado State Air Force and a good San Diego State team. You went out, and there's a real chance you're in the championship and playing for a whole lot more than just a bowl.
And that's a legit possibility. Because this team finds ways to win, stays in games, can capitalize on opponents' deficiencies that they haven't been able to do in past years. Like, we knew going into this game it could get crazy. Like, the offense was going to have their moments both ways. That's exactly what happened. I think the fact that you had 2 80-plus yard touchdowns is still crazy, but that's what you got in this game, and it's just the response, because that pick six was just such a what are you doing moment. Why are you making that throw? You don't have the arm to make that throw, and yet to score the final 10 points of the half, be able to respond when the game was going to change a little bit. It got a little bit tighter, things slowed down in the second half, but you were the team that made big plays, and especially that drive in the fourth quarter where you go 8 plays, 75 yards. Keegan Johnson has 59 yards receiving when Lane was just saying, hey, this is my dude. There's back shoulder. Here's a fade down the sideline. Go make a play, and he did.
It was Lowell fan, I want the roller coaster ride. I can't wait to hear from you today on this game. And the number to get in today, as it always is, 505-246-0610. Area code 505-246-0610. That's the phone line and the text line. Emails come in. Jeff at sportsanimallabq.com and JJ at sportsanimallabq.com. On the X, it's _JJ Buck. Adrian's producing on the television side. We're on Xfinity Channel 26. On our Facebook page, the OD in the AM, and on the YouTube channel for ProView Network. I want to know the roller coaster ride, right? You jumped out. Did you believe at 21-0? Did you disbelieve at 21-all? And then where were you as it was going back and forth, right? Is it the same old Lobos again, or is it not, or is it different, or wow, our team's really freaking good? Or where were you? Because this game, that game will play with your emotions. That one's going to tug at your heart a little bit. How are you? How were you with that one? Jason X is going to be with us coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We'll have a conversation with the head football coach at the University of New Mexico, as his team is now bowl eligible and looking for a whole lot more. But I'm really interested in Lobo fans' emotion as they went through that. Did they believe? Did you believe it as you started? Did it take a minute for you? Were you nervous? Sure you were nervous. As it was coming down the stretch, were you, it's the same old Lobos, or did you realize it was something different? Because this was different, and this team is special. 505-246-0610. Let's do this before the break. I'll take them off first. Then let's go, JT. Good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, JT?
This is the happiest truck driver in New Mexico, Jeff.
Attaboy. Attaboy. I like happy truck drivers.
Have you ever been exhausted, like totally exhausted like I am today?
Yeah.
Totally beat down, exhausted. I haven't stayed up past 9 o'clock. I can't even remember the last time. I was up at 2 o'clock in the morning on Saturday morning celebrating the Dodgers, Jeff.
How cool was that? How big was that? I mean, and the way it all went down.
The game took everything. It took it all out of me. I didn't have nothing left. Then I wake up and go pick up my grandson on Saturday because he loves the Lobos. And we get back home and we start watching the Lobos. There we go again. We're up and down cheering, and then we're pissed, and then we're happy. So I'm the happiest, tired, and then the time change killed it. But it's okay. I'm just gonna be out here all tired, working crazy. You know, all happy with all my gear on, Dodger hat, Lobo shirt.
Yeah.
It's just crazy. So real quick before I lose service, okay, Lobo fans, you the ones that only come when we're winning. You have 2 weeks. You have 2 weeks to get everything situated so we can sell out University Stadium and beat those pesky Rams. I better go, man. I'm gonna lose you guys.
All right, later. For Dodger fan and Lobo fan, that's about as good as it gets.
Pretty good.
I mean,
pretty good weekend.
Yep. And here comes Colorado State, and you haven't beat them in, what was it, like 12 times now?
13.
Is it 13? That's like 12, but it's really 13. Yeah, we're going to get there. We got plenty of time to get there. But, wow. And that'll be a big day, too, because that's going to be Colorado State in town, and then Lobo Aggie basketball that night. That's going to be a big day in 2 weeks. All right, 505-246-0610. Let's go. It's yours today. How were you on Saturday? You're watching that game. Dodger fan, you can get in, too, man. Bronco fan, I mean, you had a little pucker session yesterday, too. Got a little tight for you down in Texas. We got so much to get through today. United win in the playoffs. High school football playoffs are set. Lobo women basketball tips tonight. The NFL was back to bonkers yesterday. After a relatively calm week the week prior, the NFL went back to being a little bit bonkers. Did you watch the Bears and Bengals? Because I'm not sure I've seen anything like that in, well, maybe ever. I don't know. That one was nuts, too. So let's go, 505-246-0610. When we get back, I want Lobo fan. I want to hear your emotion. We'll get into the NFL, and then at some point we're going to get through what happened in the Mountain West, because what made it so wide open. Hey, for the first time ever, the Diamond Capital of the World's coming to Albuquerque. November 5th through 8th. That's this week, and that's it. John Thomas Jewelers is bringing Antwerp to Albuquerque for a 4-day diamond event. It's not like anything you've ever seen before in New Mexico. They're going to unveil the largest selection of loose diamonds ever shown in Albuquerque, hand-selected straight from Antwerp. That's the city where over 80% of the world's diamonds are traded. So you're going to get to meet the world-famous Antwerp diamond cutters in person. It is your once-ever chance to see brilliance like this up close. So compare the world's finest cuts. You're going to find your perfect diamond, and you do not have to leave your Mexico. Only for 4 days. It is November 5th through the 8th. It starts on Wednesday. Appointments are very limited. Book yours now. Go to johnthomasjewelers.com. johnthomasjewelers.com. Book your appointment. You're going to get a free diamond grading kit worth $100 just for coming in. It's Antwerp to Albuquerque, the world's diamond capital, brought home to you only at John Thomas Jewelers, Lewis University Building. It's the 3rd floor on Louisiana, 1 block south of Banal, right across from the Coronado Mall. John Thomas Jewelers, where Albuquerque gets engaged.
What's up, guys?
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom.
The Lobos win their next 2, and again, a huge assumption. They play 2-2 and 16. Colorado State at home, and they play Air Force at home. If they win those 2 games, they will be 5-2 in conference play. If, and again, I don't know that this is going to happen. I saw San Diego State this weekend. They're pretty good. JJ, they get They got to go to Hawaii this week. Then they get Boise State at home, and they get San Jose State. If they win out, and I think that's a big if, right? But Boise State with Maddox Madsen out. If San Diego State wins out, that means Boise State will have 2 losses. Hawaii will have 3. Fresno State will have at least 2. I don't know where they're going to lose again, but you don't know in the state. New Mexico could be playing with an opportunity to get into the championship game at San Diego State the next week. Because if San Diego State wins out, or let's say they lose once, yeah, I don't know what the tiebreakers are, man. What everybody with 2 losses. But if the Lobos win till then and San Diego State wins till then, right? That game will be probably, if the Lobos win, the same 2 teams will play the next week.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
I'm telling you there's a real chance.
Yes, there is.
Yeah, no, I'm telling you there's a path. Now, if San Diego State does it, let's say San Diego State loses to Boise, but beats Hawaii. So Hawaii would be, I mean, with Boise State, you have no idea now, right? They got San Diego State, Colorado State, and Utah State, and they're without their quarterback. So that game next week at San Diego between the Aztecs and the Broncos. All right, what a weekend, huh? Dodgers win the World Series. Broncos win on a last-second field goal. Lobos are bowl eligible. Aggies got beat at Western Kentucky, so everything wasn't perfect. And United is a winner in the playoffs. They beat San Antonio Football Club 2-0 or 2-0. I want to go NFL. We'll do winners and losers in the 9 o'clock hour, and it feels relatively defined. But that Bears-Bengals game was as good of a watch as if you just like bonkers idiocy football. Never mind defense. And that game was lost 4 times in the last 3 minutes.
There were 3 touchdowns in the last 2 minutes and 2 lead changes in the final minute.
And how about the play to Colston Loveland to let him get through when Cincinnati had stolen that game? Kyle Monungai filled in for DeAndre Swift, ran for 176 yards. The Bears put up 576 yards of offense. Old Joe Flacco. You should be posting career highs at 40 years old. When you've been a Super Bowl MVP, right? And you're 40 years old. I mean, shouldn't you have had your career highs like, I don't know, 10 years ago when you were in your prime? He put up 470 yards, which was career high, 4 touchdowns, and they lost. That game was insanity. And by the way, last week the Bengals lost 39-38. This week they lose 47-34. If you see him coming to fantasy football, just play your game. Like next week, if you have Steelers, play your game.
Yes, go all in. Bengals defense is awful, and they didn't bring down Colston Loveland. It was almost like the best thing that happened to them because, like, at least you get Joe Flacco the ball back with some time on the clock as opposed to watching a game-winning field goal go through as time expired. But the last 2 minutes, I think they're like, you know what, I don't want to tackle anyone. Yeah. It doesn't feel good. I'm not going to do that.
I'm tired. My body hurts. I don't want to go anymore. That game was the most bonkers. There were a couple of that were, I think, really, really big. Big is an interesting word. It was defining. How about that? I thought the Steelers win was gigantic. They and Buffalo holding on and beating Kansas City. And there was a lot of doubt about Buffalo, and could they win, and could they stop anybody? And here comes that Kansas City machine, and Kansas City's back. And that Bills winning at home. And I heard a lot of people, I was listening to the show before I was coming in. I like Buffalo going for that field goal. Matt Prater hits the upright with, 20-something seconds to go, and he gave the ball back to Mahomes. But if it's 8 inches left, then you win the game, and it's good night now. I have no problem. I got faith in my kicker. Kick a damn field goal and win, and then they hold on and win. But I thought it was a gigantic statement for the Buffalo.
To be determined. Because that's all Josh Allen has done to Patrick Mahomes in the regular season.
They do that a lot.
Now it pretty much guarantees that if they play again, it's going to be in Buffalo.
That's right. I think
So
that's
that's big.
Yeah.
But it's still, we know you're good. Get it done in the playoffs, because that same Kansas City team went in there last year and beat them in the postseason.
Yeah, and that's been the mantra going in, and I heard a lot of shows talk about, do we care about what Buffalo, and I guess the Ravens were kind of that same thing in the regular season. You care what they do. You care what they do in the regular season. They got to, they got to show it in the playoffs. So the Ravens have to get them. And that's why I thought the Steelers was so big, because I think everybody had buried the Steelers and anointed the Colts as the de facto best team in the AFC. And not only did the Steelers win when everybody had them skidding, but they beat that team that everybody. And by the way, did you see the front? What they did to James?
Yeah, it was
the pressure on
best defensive performance Pittsburgh has had all season. It was talking about this on Friday with the Colts, who, for them, it was just they have to keep making statements. But I also said there's going to be a game or two that comes that you go, what just happened? Because that's the NFL. And it just happened to be this Sunday where that Steelers defense played their best game of the year. 6 turnovers for the Colts, 5 of them on Daniel Jones. And yeah, he's been good. Indianapolis has been really good. But you put any quarterback in a game where they have to throw 50 times, probably not going to be a good day.
It kind of reaffirms where I feel on MVP too, because they took Jonathan Taylor out of it and said Daniel Jones. Jonathan Taylor ran for 45 yards. They shut down the run game. They put a ton of pressure on Daniel Jones, and Aaron Rodgers was good enough, and they ran the ball with Pittsburgh. Well, they didn't run the ball at all. They ran for 38 yards, but they had no offense. In fact, they had 220 yards in offense.
Turnovers.
Yeah. That was all on defense. They sacked Daniel Jones 5 times. And turned him over 3 times, 3 interceptions. And that was big. So I thought that was terrific. The Denver win, just go on the road and win, man. That was workmanlike to me. What good teams do. They go out and even, as an athletic director said to me this week in college football, it's nice to not play well and still be able to win. And I think that's kind of, if you're the Broncos, you leave Houston and say, you know what, it's nice to not play really well.
Yeah, good thing that they took C.J. Stroud out of that game early. That was his advantage too. The Broncos. It was, if you didn't know, now you know. Houston's defense is the least talked about good thing in the NFL.
That's fair. Yeah, I think that's fair. Their defense is really.
They only give up 14 points per game going in that contest.
Yeah. All right, 505-246-0610. Jason X going to be with us coming up at the top of the hour. That'll be 9 o'clock this morning. We're going to talk to the local football coach about that big win. I want your thoughts on the win. Where were you this weekend? Where were you emotionally as you were going through it and watching that Lobo win and you were going all over the place? How about if you're a Lobo fan and a Dodger fan? Like, Saturday was all over the map for you. It ended up being great. Maybe one of the best days, but as far as just watching the games live, your emotions, your heartbeat, it was all over the place. Where were you? I'd love to hear how the day went for you. More NFL when we get back. The Rams make this. I don't know. Seattle made it. I thought that was a big deal. And Mercedes Jameson. We'll get all there as well. I bet the trick-or-treating was fun last week, huh? Well, not so much if you've got to clean the melted chocolate out of your car all over the seats. Got an idea for you. On the Spot Automotive. Avoid the hassle of a complicated cleanup. Call my good friends over at On the Spot Automotive. They'll not only clean your candy stains, but they'll also make your car smell and feel like you just bought it. Remember that brand new feel and smell? And they make sure to take care of our military. They offer 10% for our veterans. So what's the wait? Don't let your car get any worse. Call On the Spot today and book and have them come out and take care of you. They've been awarded Best in the City. They take the time and they take the care to make your car feel and look brand new. Best part is they come to you. Have I mentioned that to you yet? They come to you. You don't leave the comfort of work or home. You don't have the time. I don't have the time. They understand that. They bring their unit to you. They detail your vehicle at your convenience, at your home, at your office, where and when it works for you. Your car is left feeling and smelling great. You're looking for a gift this upcoming holiday season, this is spectacular as well. It's every single time. On the Spot Automotive. Go online, book and buy. It's all right there. OTSdetailing.com. OTSdetailing.com.
Mornings and that routine. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
How was your heart? Good for you. Mud says, this is on the text, 505-246. Ready for this one? Mud says Lobos have to win all 3 games. San Diego State has to stumble along the way, possibly versus Boise. And Fresno State and Hawaii need to lose to come in. Well, Hawaii would lose if maybe San Diego. Then he says the Lobos will be in the championship on the blue turf. Lobos beat Boise State and become champs and will be invited to play in the playoffs. Lobo up and go Lobo. All that's possible except for the playoffs. With all due respect, Mud, I mean, all due respect, and this is fact. The 3-loss Mountain West team was lost to was it San Jose State? Oh, it was the San Jose State Boise State, Michigan. But the American Championship is going to have one or two losses. Now, let me ask you this, and I'll have this conversation with somebody this week. If San Diego State runs the table, JJ, their one loss would be to Washington State. Do they get in over a two-loss American champ if it's Memphis or? And I know the South Florida win over Boise would resonate, but at that point, San Diego State would have beaten Boise.
Jerry?
Yeah. I mean, I asked him that last week, and he said no. So
Things are always evolving.
Right. Watching. I think that's. Don't you think that's the Mountain West's best chance? Like if 3 losses New Mexico's. I mean,
they're not left.
And even X said, the only thing after the San Jose State loss, the only thing we just lost was chance to go to right? All right, 505-246-0610. Travis, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. What's up, Travis?
The calendar flips November. Lobos are bowl eligible for the first time since 2016 and for the first time in a long time playing meaningful games in November with a chance to make the conference championships at a time when most of the fans in this community are turning all of their attention to Lobo basketball. It is Lobo football that is the talk of the town. Good morning, fellas. Did I get that right?
I believe you might have, yeah. I think
Man, what an incredible weekend. Now, we have one heck of a head coach. Now, I know what you're going to say. Travis, no bleep we have a head coach. He is named Coach Jason Eck, head coach of the New Mexico Lobos. I understand that. But there is a difference between promoting some assistant to be a first-time head coach and bringing in Jason Eck to be the head coach of the New Mexico Lobos with all of his experience, his ability to coach a team. What he does for this program is incredible. The way that he is in the locker room with those players. I mean, every single one of those guys in that video that posted on Lobo social media. And by the way, hell of a job, Lobo Athletics Department. Everything you're doing on the social media is incredible. But those guys are ready to burn cigars in UNLV's locker room. I loved every minute of it. But the way that man gets that team charged up, the way that he gives them the confidence that they can go into every single game that they play, whether it's at UCLA or traveling to Vegas to beat them on their home turf. Those guys are ready to play, and they believe that they can win. And final point for me, Lobo fans, listen, I'm gonna follow Jeff's advice here. I'm not gonna tell you how to be a Lobo fan, but I know all of us have seen what is happening on social media with the fans wondering what is going to happen with our coaching situation at the end of the season. Lobo fans, let me help you out. Don't cheat the season. We have meaningful games that we are playing in November for the first time. Don't cheat the season. Don't cheat this team. Enjoy the ride. And if you're not on the train yet, man, buy a ticket. It is going to be a hell of a finish. And whatever happens at the end of the season will take care of itself. But one thing that Coach Eck has showed the entire country and coaching landscape, you can win in New Mexico and you can win at this school, and the fans care about this program, especially when you put one hell of a product on the field. Have a day, boys.
I think what he said right there at the end might be the most potent thing. Yeah. And I listen to this all the time. We've had coaching searches here the last 3 years, right? Right, when Danny left and Bronco left. I listened on this show, people tell me nobody's going to want to come. And I tell you all the time, there's 136 of these jobs at Division I or FCS. And people want the opportunity. Now, are there levels of jobs? Some jobs better than others? Yeah. Some are harder jobs. And I would tell you this is a harder job than some. But the fact that Jason has shown, look what you can do if you do it the right way. I even think, Danny was on track, Bronco was on track, but Jason did it in 1 year. I think elevates everything. So if and when, and at some point you'll be looking for a new head coach, hopefully not for you, right? But I think what he said right there at the end, it shows that you can win, and makes it even that more attractive.
Absolutely. And it's the investment just in the buy-in with who's in charge and having a football dude, Fernando Lobo, as the athletic director, that's willing to be there, knows the challenges that UNM has, but wants to work hard, wants to get people to invest in it. And what Jason Eck has done with football this season is one of the best seasons we've seen, just with all the factors that have played, the way college athletics is now, what he came into, how many new players, just unbelievable to be at this point.
As we hit November, Coach of the Year in the Mountain West is
Jason Eck.
Sean Lewis has a say in it.
Yes.
San Diego State.
Probably going to have the regular season title.
Yeah. I mean, they're undefeated in league, and they've lost.
If they go undefeated,
it's going to be hard to take
be
away.
him.
Right? National Coach of the Year, is Eck in play for this?
No.
It's got to be. Who's my national coach? Ryan Day again? Signetti? Lane Kiffin? I mean, all right, X going to be with us coming up in 15 minutes, coming up at 8 o'clock this morning. We'll have a conversation with the Lobo football coach. You can still get in. I want your thoughts, though. That was a great call. It was what a weekend. What a weekend, Lobo fans, Dodger fans, and in many cases, you're the same person. How are you living coming out of it? All right, MDA season's underway. Football's going on a regular basis. You've got Prize Picks on your phone. If you don't, you should download Prize Picks right now. We all make decisions, right? Every day we make decisions. On Prize Picks, when you make decisions and you're right, you can get paid. Don't miss any of the excitement of the sports season. Prize Picks, whether you're a football fan, a basketball fan, or both like I am, it feels good to be right. Prize Picks is the best way to win cash on your favorite team. I don't care if it's the Cowboys tonight, the Cardinals tonight, the Lakers, the Mavericks, whomever it happens to be. Who's going to go off? Who's overhyped? Make your picks in less than 60 seconds and turn your takes into ads. Prize Picks is fun. Prize Picks is easy. You download the Prize Picks app. You play lineups of 2 to 6 players. You say more or less, and then you sit back and watch. Right now, I'm looking at popular picks tonight. George Pickens of the Cowboys. You like him to go for 64.5 receiving yards, more or less than that. Dak Prescott tonight, more or less than 1.5 passing TD. He's been pretty hot. You can play Jacoby Brissett if you'd like tonight. 248.5 passing yards, or maybe you want to play some hoops tonight. Giannis Antetokounmpo is playing at Indiana. 24.5 points. You like more or less. You can play Zach LaVine tonight if you like as well. Or there's DeMontis Sabonis. More or less than 11 rebounds. That's what you do. More, less, I like this, and then you sit back and you collect. Download the Prize Picks app today. It's fun. You're watching the games anyway. Might as well make a little gelt, huh? Use the code KNML. KNML when you download the app and you sign up. And when you do that, you're going to get $50 in line. That's after you play your first $5 line. Code KNML. You'll get $50 in lineups after you play your first $5 lineup on Prize Picks. It's good to be right.
This report is sponsored by Robert Half. At Robert Half, they found that
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies.
Yes.
How about
Andy Pajes?
I was just going to say.
That was the game.
So, Roberts puts him into center field, too, right? I mean, the defense.
The duo with Michael Conforto.
Yeah. Yeah. No, what Pajes wasn't hitting, so they took him out of the lineup. And Roberts puts him in late in the game, in Game 7, and he makes that unbelievable catch out in center field. Was that Game 6?
No, that was Game 7. He had the right angle. Like, Kiki Hernandez was not making that catch.
No.
Like, that was game.
Yeah.
And Pajes was just like free safety, took out the receiver, made the catch, and what?
Yeah, and what? No, it was amazing. And then Will Smith with the home run. Yamamoto coming out of the bullpen
the day after. And then just Toronto's, like, we had how many opportunities and missed them, the bases loaded right there.
Yeah.
The team that was just smacking the ball around the yard all year long in offense, that were like, man, if they win this is going to be one of the best postseason offenses we have ever seen. And it's swing and a miss.
And then when it mattered, they popped up and didn't do a 63 double play. A pop-up and a double play. And because that was amazing. Right? I mean, the Dodgers, that was the Will Smith home run in the top of the inning, right? And then they loaded the bases and bring in Yamamoto to close it out. Yamamoto's there. It's just amazing. The whole thing was freaking. All right. What else I got on here? Everybody's bitter, man. What are you bitter about? Is anyone in this? The Mountain West isn't very good this year, Lobos. It can't be the Lobos are good. The Mountain West isn't very good, Jeff. Does anyone in this league blow your socks off, including the guys in the Southern quarterback football? I mean, I think your team's pretty good. Does anybody look playoff? Probably not. Although San Diego State looks pretty nice. San Diego State looks good. Watch. Jason X is going to be with us when we get back. Lobo football coach. They are bowl eligible, going into a bye week. Looking forward to this conversation with UNM football coach Jason X next. The opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66, built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks.
The sports animal. Here's Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck.
Kind of fun, isn't it? Kind of fun, isn't it? Watching a good football team win different ways each week, finding different ways to win in different fashions, winning on the road, finding yourself bowl eligible, hours into November with a whole lot more in front of you potentially. That's your Lobo football team after the 40-35 win in Las Vegas at Allegiant Stadium over UNLV. Opening drive, Jeff Zimbietta and JJ Buck. Our conversation with Jason Eck is sponsored by Eco Electric. Get your home or business ready for shorter daylight hours with new indoor lighting from Eco Electric, a great security feature. Call Eco Electric at 505-433-3574. Lobos were up 21-0, then it was 21-all. Lobos were up 34-21, then they were down by a point, and they come back and score the winning touchdown with about 3.5 minutes left and then hold off a couple of drives. Jason Eck is the head football coach of the bowl-eligible New Mexico Lobos. He's with us this morning. Congratulations. Jason, how you living?
Living pretty large. It was a good weekend.
Yeah. I love the way the team's grown. Then you win different ways. And the fact that you jump out early, they come back, and that was their MO, right? You look at their season, whether there was Air Force, whether they played Miami of Ohio, they got down early and they came back and they found ways to win. Your team had to fight back and hold off and show how tough they are, and you've been saying that all year. I thought winning in that fashion was almost poetic justice.
Yeah, I thought we showed a lot of resilience in the game, and credit to UNLV. I mean, they didn't hang their head when they got down at all, and it was a 4-quarter battle, which we knew it would be.
I think the beauty is bowl eligible is great. You got an opportunity to play a conference championship game and play for a conference championship, and I think it's fair now with 3 games left to look ahead and say, if we take care of business, we've got an opportunity to play for it all.
Yeah, I'm going to be careful how much I bring it up because it's not, we don't control our own destiny or anything. We need a little help and everything. I think we have plenty to play for, though. I mean, just, this week, getting the 6 wins doesn't guarantee you a winning record. We got to get to 7 wins, which I think will be a big opportunity against Colorado State, which kind of, guarantees you finish this year with a winning record because I've always thought teams who, are 6-6 and get to a bowl game and then lose the bowl game. I mean, that kind of, to me, is a sour feeling to have a losing record even though you went to a bowl game.
You got a Colorado State team in history. History is what it is. You weren't part of it, but it's a program that has really handled New Mexico over the last decade.
Yeah, and we'll introduce them a little bit this week. I think we'll still focus on ourselves getting better this week, and getting some young guys some reps and getting fresh. But it's a good opportunity to play a team. I mean, obviously they've had some struggles this year, and Coach Norvell got let go. But it'll be a big game for us, and hopefully we can get a great crowd back with our fans with the momentum we've built.
Jason Eck, Global Football Coach, is with us here on East Sports Channel.
Coach, what you guys want to do defensively is stop the run. UNLV was a good rushing team. I'm sure teams looking at you saying the same exact thing, but did you think that the passing game would be as big as it was both ways on Saturday?
Yeah, I mean, it ended up being kind of a crazy game where, we had, 400 yards passing, and they had, 382. So I don't know if I totally, thought it would be that crazy, but I knew UNLV puts up points in everybody. I mean, 30 points is their worst output of the year. So I definitely went into the game. I think our offensive coaches went into the game thinking, hey, we got to score, we got to put up points, we got to move the ball, because to say, hey, we're going to hold their offense to 14 points is probably not realistic.
No, Coach, the response at the end of the first half, after the pick six, you guys come out. Keegan Johnson has the 80-yard touchdown reception, but then the defense, Quan McCray, is able to make a forced fumble, and Colin Dara got out of the pocket. Then you guys kick a field goal. Just the final 10 points of the first half, and what did that mean for your team right there?
Well, that was huge. I think Coach Slice had a good play call on the pass to Keegan, and we wanted to attack their boundary safety a little bit. So we had a play call that had an alert that if they gave us a cover 2 look to the boundary, we were going to double move the safety, and we protected it just good enough. Jack did a good job moving in the pocket, and it was wide open. The official was about the only guy who was in the way who could have made the play. And then, what a play by Kaiwan, punching the ball out. It's something we've worked on, trying to create more turnovers, be more aggressive with that, and I thought it certainly paid off in that situation. And then a great kick by Luke to give us that 10-point lead going into the locker room.
We knew coming out of the Michigan game how physically tough Jack was. The mental toughness is something that is sometimes harder to gauge. It would have been easy to fold after throwing a pick six and a 21-0 lead disappears. The way he responded the rest of the day, I think, shows a hell of a lot about your quarterback mental toughness.
Yeah, I thought that was a great response by him, and credit to UNLV that they were coming off of a bye week and they had some new wrinkles for us, and I think Jack on that play felt on the pick six. They had a blitzer from the field, and they'd always played cover 3 when they had blitzed the backer from the field, and that was a new wrinkle they put in for our game over their bye week, is playing some cover 2 with that blitz. And that's what led to him kind of throwing, a flat route into a hard corner, and it was a nice play by their kid. But, they got us with that one, but it was a great response by Jack.
I think when you guys, and call them what you want, whether they're trick plays or whatever, things like a fake punt, I think other teams expected. Tony Sanchez before the New Mexico State game said, we know they're going to come with that kind of stuff. The fact that you're able to execute, I think it's, obviously it's timing, it's formation, and it's execution, and the fake punt was gigantic, and whether they were expecting something at some point or not, the fact that you're able to continue to execute those plays and really turn games, I think is huge each and every week.
Yeah, I think that is that's a good little fake that's really tough to defend, and we certainly I think it's to our advantage to keep people off balance, and I want coaching staffs getting ready to play for us, worried about that stuff, because I think that takes away time that they're spending just on your base offense, defense, special teams. So we're going to continue to be aggressive like that and try to find little wrinkles that give us an advantage.
And Coach, talking about those wrinkles, James Lobstein comes in as a 58-yard run, throws a passing touchdown. Did you think that he would be able to bring this kind of dynamic to the offense when you guys started to work him in over the last couple of weeks?
Yeah, I think he's he's earned it over time. I think he early in the season when he got some reps, he did a solid job, but wasn't probably extra noteworthy. But then I think he showed some flashes in that Boise State game that earned, some more time on the field, and he's certainly, taking advantage of those reps that he's getting, having, darn near 100 yards, rushing, and, we thought it was time to have some passes with him in the game because we knew teams would be keying on us, and, he had 2 big completions.
Global football coach Jason X with us for a few more minutes. Can you talk a little bit about the evolution of your backfield with DJ McKinney and Damon and Scott Trey, and just the way it's evolved and just the dynamic nature that they bring and the big playmaking ability. And I always talk about what we think is going to happen in August. By the time you hit late November, it's usually something completely different. And I'm going to assume, or maybe it's not. I don't want to assume that it surprised me.
Yeah, and it was a unique game because tailback runs we didn't have as many as we'd like to. I think we only had 12 tailback runs in the game, and for about 29 yards, about 2.5 yards a carry. Thankfully, our longest tailback rush of the day was the touchdown at the end. It ended up being the winning difference by DJ. But all those guys provide value. Whether it's Deshaun Buchanan, who has not played, I don't think he played a snap on offense in the game, but he's a key special teams player. He's starting on all 4 units, kickoff return, punt return. He had the catch on the fake punt for 30 yards. Scott Trey, in this game plan ended up blocking, a little bit more, had 1 carry. Damon, only has 4 carries in the game, but catches 5 balls for 122 yards and 2 touchdowns, which is, more of a receiver line than a back line, but he's such a great dual threat there, and he's a mismatch problem. Whenever we can get him lined up on a linebacker, it's just a problem for the other team. And then, DJ, doing a little bit of everything. He got the most carries of the tailbacks in the game with 7, but he's a physical blocker and a good all-around player as well. So, I think those roles are constantly evolving, and it's we're trying to play the hot hand and who can help us win. And I think the beauty of that room is I think they're not caught up too much into individual awards, and they want to do what helps the team win.
You look at your league now, and it's up for grabs in a lot of respects. San Diego State hasn't lost it. They got to go to Hawaii this week, and then they get Boise State. Boise State's quarterback is out. It's kind of up for grabs, Jason. As you look at the whole thing, and it's going to be who makes plays down the stretch, who stays healthy, and that kind of goes back to what we said at the top. I mean, you're right there in the thick of this thing if you take care of business.
Yeah, San Diego State, obviously, you'd say is in the driver's seat because of, having the only team with 0 losses, but tough slate for them down the stretch. They still play Boise, they still play us, they still play Hawaii. So it'll be interesting to see how that all sorts out.
It's going to be a really, really fun November for them. All right, defensively, I know when you say we gave up 35 points or whatever the number was, 35 points. Maybe that's another number, but I look at situations. And I thought those last 2 drives when you had to hold, and that was a team, look, UNLV this season, when they had to win, when they had to score points in the last few minutes, they did. Miami, Air Force, whoever it was they were playing. I thought, look, give up points, but when it mattered, I thought you guys came up huge, and obviously you did to win a football game. Do you look at that and say, all right, situationally, we were really good when we needed to be?
Yeah, I thought we did some good things. We held them to 4 of 13 on 3rd down, which is a good performance, by our defense. And obviously those 2 2-minute drives were huge, and we were able to get some pressure on the quarterback and create some things. And we stopped the run well, so we put them in those positions where they were, forced to throw. So, I thought we did a lot of good things, but there certainly will be things that we can learn from and grow from and get better.
All right, bye week. What's the key to the bye week? Is it get healthy, get rest, recruit? What are the goals of the bye week?
A little bit of all of the above. I think we're only going to practice twice this week, so we definitely want to keep this team fresh, down the stretch. This is a great week for our players to kind of get ahead on academics here because our players aren't used to going to bowl games and still practicing in December when school is finishing up down the stretch. So I think they got to take advantage of this week and really do a good job with that. We will do some recruiting this week and see some high school and potentially some junior college games through the weekend, and we'll introduce Colorado State for a day just to get some initial things before we practice again on them on Monday. But we definitely have some guys who are nicked up, and we hopefully can get back. And we had a few guys who were out last week, like Caleb Coleman, who hopefully will be back for the next game. So it'll be kind of a case-by-case basis with everybody on the team, what we're trying to accomplish.
On the recruiting thing, and I know I've probably asked you this in similar fashion before, but as you continue to win, do you find a tangible, different response, and maybe it's from same players, but as you're going out, as you get to be 5-3, 6-3, than maybe when you were 0-1 or at the starting?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, we actually got a really big commitment from a kid on Friday. On the way right when we were heading to the airport, we got a good commitment from a young man who we've been on for a long time, and he was previously committed to one of the teams who's in our league, who's leaving our league to go to the Pac-12, and we were able to decommitted from them and came on a visit and just committed to us. So I do think our recruiting momentum is growing, and we're kind of nearing the end of our high school recruiting for this year. We don't have many spots left we're going to take with high school kids. Signing day is I think it's exactly a month away. Signing day will be December 3rd this year for those high school kids, and then we'll shift our attention to evaluating guys who are going in the portal and things like that. And I think we're going to have some a guy like Damon Bankston. That's a heck of a success story, to say of a guy who's moved up from the FCS and really made a huge impact here and helped us to go bowling. And we got a number of stories like that. Kaiwan McRae, who forced a big fumble in the game. Jackson, who had 13 tackles. Frankie Edwards, who had 12 tackles. I mean, we've got a lot of guys who transferred in here and have made a huge impact. And hopefully that will increase people's interest in transferring here as well.
Coach, just lastly for me, you brought your family to the University of New Mexico for this football program, but do you think that you'd be able to be enjoying the pool on a Sunday in November in Albuquerque?
We love it here, man. We love it here. We love this weather. I mean, it was a beautiful day yesterday. We watched a little, NFL football, got some takeout, hung out by the pool, and took advantage of that bye week. Usually Sundays we're working, getting ready for the next game. So it was nice to have a rare Sunday off during the football season. And you can't beat Albuquerque. You can't beat the weather here.
Always appreciate the conversation. Congratulations. Bowl eligible with a whole lot in front of you. Enjoy the bye week. Get a lot done. We'll catch up with you on Monday next week as we head into Colorado State. Thanks, Jason.
All right. Thanks, fellas. Bows up. Jason
Eck, Global Football Coach. Conversation was sponsored by Eco Electric, now installing outdoor lighting to brighten and secure your home or business. Call Eco Electric at 433-3574. I like the I like where you're going at. All right, you can respond to everything you heard there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Center.
This report is sponsored by Lowe's. New at Lowe's.
Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros.
Always appreciate Jason doing that for us on Mondays. Good conversation, and the evolution of the offensive backfield has been something of interest to me because it's not what you thought it was going to look like when you opened up the season coming out of camp, right? You thought Scott Trey Humphrey was going to be the bell cow, and it hasn't been that way. And the other guys have just flat out won the job, right? I mean, whether it's McKinney or Bankston or whoever. And I thought, the Jack Lane thing JJ, we knew, and it's the opening drive, Jeff Sabieta and JJ Buck. You knew Jack Lane was tough. I mean, I watched the Michigan game. I saw them beat the tar out of that young man. Physical toughness and mental toughness sometimes is a different thing. And I thought in a big game on the road, jumping out to a 21-0 lead and throwing a pick six that has the game tied, the way he responded after that and the rest of the way, I thought was a big deal, man. Quarterbacks and cornerbacks and kickers have to have short memory, like relief pitchers, right? You got to have a short memory. And I thought that showed a lot.
It was the game. His response, him being able to, on the second play of the drive following, roll out to his right, give it everything he had, but hit Keegan Johnson in stride for an 80-yard touchdown. It flipped the script, because then on that ensuing possession, as we were discussing, that's when the Lobos, they forced UNLV into it, I think it was like 3rd and 19, but still Calandria got outside the pocket, were scrambling, and the forced fumble. And so instead of allowing them to punt the football, maybe pin you back deep, you force fumble, you take it over at midfield, get in field goal range, allow Luke Dreswicki to step up, hit a 46-yarder from the far hash, and you answer with 10 points after they just scored 21 straight.
Yeah, it's huge. Big moments like that, and that's where you shine. Was it 2 weeks ago we were sitting here coming out of the Nevada game? Because I haven't got one of these in the last 2 weeks. I don't know, man. Jack Lane's holding us back. Yeah, I think we need to get rid of go to Lobstein. I don't think Jack's the guy, right? Wasn't that 2 weeks ago? After a victory,
it was,
right? After a win.
Now, there's also a reason we've seen a lot more James Lobstein in the offense.
Okay.
Which is the balance thing.
Okay.
And I like that moving forward for this team. That's what I wanted to see, is a little bit of that QB run game. Jack is taking off a little bit more when things break down, getting some yards. That the scoring drive with Keegan Johnson was huge because he had to make some tough throws, and it's not his MO. He's kind of Russell Wilson like, right? The moon ball. I'll throw the moon ball for you. But he had to make some tough throws, whether it was slant, back shoulder throw to Keegan Johnson, the fade down the sideline, and he made it on the game-winning drive.
Do you think, and I look, I remember having this conversation, there was plenty of you who thought that this team was going to be better off and making a move to Lobstein. And all you've done since is beat Utah State and beat them handily. And look, this isn't all about quarterback play. Right? The Utah State game, you got special teams, and your defense was great. And defense came up big in this game, and it was special teams as well, and all kinds of stuff. But do you think this team would have been better off if they'd have made the move, if they'd have listened to Caller A or Marty or whoever it was?
To go full-time?
Yeah.
No. I think it has to be, though, a dual threat quarterback look. Where it's, when you look at the snaps that were played by Lobstein, it was just 12 snaps. But they were impactful because he had the longest run of the day, led the team in rushing, and threw a touchdown pass.
Yeah.
Like, they need that dynamic.
The beauty is that they're also having him throw the ball, right? Because I think if you just go, all the kid's going to sit and throw, we're just going to, at some point they're going to key in on that, although nobody's been able to stop it, right? But having him throw the football was a big deal.
Oh, yeah, it's Luke Schleichner, the offensive coordinator for the Lobos, has really just been unbelievable with responding. But then I think the early play calls, because you look at the Lobstein one, all right, he's in there, boom, busts off a 58-yard run. Everyone's tired. He stays in the game. And that's when they run the play action fake, and the tight end Simon Maffa is wide open.
Yeah.
Boop, right over the top.
Wide open. All right, 505-246-0610. Emails, jeff@sportsanimalabc.com. Sherman, good morning. You're on News Sports Animal.
Hey, good morning. I tell you what, after listening to Portnoy call the game on Saturday, I'm one of a whole lot of people in Albuquerque that are disappointed.
In what?
I'm very disappointed I didn't go to Nevada. Hey.
Yeah.
What a beautiful Lobo win, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was a really good one, and it not only said, hey, you're bowl eligible, you're average team, you're a contender for a conference championship. And I think, Sherman, you've been around here long enough. the fact that it's showing that you can win here, that this program can win, and everybody, all the naysayers, and I I'm still listening. Well, yeah, fine, but he's going to be gone, and then you're going to be that again. I don't know that all of that's right. I mean, it's proven that you can win, and that people actually might give a crap.
Well, when Coach Eck came and then had to reassemble a new team, my hope for the season was to break even. But I never thought we'd be at 6 wins at this point in the season. And what a competitive game, right? I mean, it was competitive, and that's what you love.
Yep, that's a great call, man. It's good to hear you. Thank you.
All right, you take care, my friend.
All right, 505-246-0610. You want me to break? All right, I got to break it through there. Stay there. I want to hear from you. 505-246-0610. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 670 Sports Animal.
This message is brought to you by
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234.
I had my friend Valerie went out there and we laid a 3-game parlay bet and won the first 2, and then Georgia let us down. Had the ball, I think, on the 1-yard line, and ended up not scoring. I don't know. They took a knee. I missed the end of that game. So 2 out of 3 ain't bad. Isn't that what Meatloaf said?
2 out of 3 ain't bad. Yeah, but it is bad because it doesn't rain.
You're in Vegas.
Yeah, it doesn't rain. Yeah, so it ain't good.
You got to get all 3.
Yeah, you define bad, but it ain't good.
No, so much to talk about. Yeah, the contrast between Michigan and New Mexico couldn't be starker. Michigan has not improved, but they keep getting injuries. They started 6 freshmen on defense and 5 on offense, and they've shuffled their offensive line so many times it looks like a deck of cards. That said, they're Michigan, so they better get it together because they're cheated very close to losing to the Spoilermakers. And that's what we called them when we were going to school there, because twice in the 3 years that I was there, Purdue ended up beating us and derailing our undefeated season. So, there's so much that goes on in football, but the Lobo game just blew my mind. I mean, we're in the den. Even my mom's getting excited, and they're telling her to stay calm because they're trying to figure out if she has a heart condition or not, and she couldn't. Everybody's yelling at the TV. 1 minute you're up 21-0. Next minute, Jack throws the pick 6, and I turned to my sister Monica and I said, "We're going to win this game." And boom! I mean, that's a team that has gotten better every week. The Lobos have gotten better every week, haven't they?
I think so. I think the Nevada week maybe not as better, but yeah, they won the game, and I told people all the time, learn lessons and win. man. You're not good enough to complain about a 2-point win over Nevada. You know what the big word in that sentence is? Win.
Absolutely. There's no such thing with this program as an ugly win. Every win is beautiful for this program right now. And then finally, the Dodgers. That is just the most mind-blowing last 2 games I have ever watched in a World Series. It was back and forth. And you're thinking, God, Dodgers just keep swinging for the fence. Dump a ball out there. Play small ball a little bit. No, they bowed their neck and came up with 2 huge home runs. And to stick a guy in that hasn't played the whole series in the biggest game and have him deliver like that, just unbelievable. That's what makes baseball so dramatic. 1 minute, you think Toronto's got it wrapped up. The fans are delirious. They've got runners at second and third with 1 out. You load the bases and a broken bat to Mookie, and he just takes care of business. That was unbelievable play by Mookie Betts. He didn't bother to even toss it to second base. And somebody was scoring at 6-4-3, and I said, no, that was 6-3. 6-3 double play.
It was all him. And there's no clock in baseball. That's why things change. I mean, they always say not till the final out, the 27th out, or in this case, the 30, whatever out it was.
How much baseball did you get if you had a World Series ticket? You got bonus baseball,
The series, look, you're old enough. The 1975 World Series, Reds and Red Sox, Carlton Fisk waving it, that whole thing. That was that one always just stuck in my mind. But that was 50 years ago, man. People don't remember that. This World Series, game after game after game, the intensity, the players, the moments. I cannot remember anything that was this good. And there's been good ones, but this is, it goes game 7, goes extra innings. The road team comes back. They were down 3-2, having to win 2 on the road. The way game 6 ended with a 7-4 double play. Go ahead and find that one in the books. So where was that? A great play on both sides of that to end that game, and then it was.
One final thought for everybody out there listening. November 15th is a day with destiny. We owe Colorado State on the way out the door to the new conference, first class kicking.
All right, man. Enjoy the week. Hope your mom feels better.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
505-246-0610. Yeah, JJ, I've thought about this a lot, and there's been some good World Series. I don't know what pops out for you, or everybody's got stuff. When the Diamondbacks beat the Yankees, that was a really good one. Just for baseball, not for your rooting interest. I don't say this because I grew up a Dodgers fan. I just, the intensity of every single game, the characters, the guys coming out of the bullpen after pitching the day before, the moves by the managers, like you were just talking about, Dave Roberts putting Pahis into center field to save the game, and Miguel Rojas going into the lineup, and he ends up hitting the home run that puts it into extra innings, and the moments from Yamamoto, and I mean, it was, one after the other after the other.
It definitely will go down as a top World Series, just given what we saw in it, the multiple extra inning games, how it was won, the yin and yang of going in and the Dodgers having this unbelievable starting pitching, and then the Blue Jays showing off their offense, how those starters, everyone available, stepped up in Game 7. Didn't matter how many pitchers they'd thrown, whether it was a day before or 2 days before, they were ready to go. Dave Roberts went to those guys, the starters, over everyone else to get them to the point where they could have an opportunity in just a one-run game to get Miguel Rojas to tie it. What happened in extras, and then Toronto is going to be looking at missed opportunities for a very long time. They put players on base. They had it, runners in scoring position late in that contest, and could not come up with the big hit.
Yep. All right, keep them coming. 505-246-0610. Your emails come in this morning. Jeff at sportsanimalabq.com, JJ at sportsanimalabq.com. When we come back, you asked the question, and it's a fair one. Why was Jaden Daniels in the game at the end to get his season ended? It's a fair question. We'll get into that when we get back. Who watches your home when you're not there? For me, it is IPS, International Protective Service. For me and hundreds of other homeowners and business owners around Albuquerque and Santa Fe, it's IPS. It's affordable private security. They protect what you've worked so hard to build, because property crime is a reality in our city, and the officer shortage is a reality as well. And officers takes a long time to respond. 7 minutes or less is typical response time for IPS when an alarm goes off at a property that they monitor. They have officers strategically placed all around town, Albuquerque and Santa Fe, so they can react quickly. They will provide you standing guards. If you would like eyes on your property around the clock, IPS does that for you. They install alarms and camera systems. They've got a state-of-the-art facility monitoring those camera systems 24/7. All of this raises the level of security around your home and around your business. So who's watching your home when you're not there? Make sure it's the good guys, not the bad guys. You can't prevent all the crime, but if you've got no protection, you're more likely to be victimized. The number is 505-897-2420. 505-897-2420. They're online at ipsglobal.com. Passionate about making Albuquerque and Santa Fe better and safer places to live and work.
This report is We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744. Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
ProView Networks would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. Hans Whitler Automotive, German car maintenance and repair in Albuquerque, New Mexico. Call 505-294-7684 or visit hanswhitlerauto.com.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS Network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walking to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number one. Cover it with green stuff, one scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Sanford and Son. Our next two callers do. What were the two main characters? Well, Fred Sanford and his buddy Grady, right? That's our Sanford and Son segment. So good. Grady, good morning. You go first. You're on the Sports Channel. What's up, Grady?
Spectacular Sports Weekend recappers of the OD and the AM. What's happening?
Live streaming. What's happening?
So the phrase used to be, if you look up whatever in the dictionary, you'll see this. Well, if you look up championship medal, and that's with two T's and no A, in IA or ChatGPT, you're going to get a montage of this Dodger squad. You talk about coming up big in every conceivable moment, in just about every conceivable way, whether that be dodging a bases loaded inning where you could have lost the game by inches, whether that be making ridiculous catches, big home runs, all sorts of things, and getting over the heartbreak of having the bases loaded yourself and coming up short. That's championship medal personified, and I'm trying to think of any World Series that I've bothered to watch that's better. And while there may have been better overall series per se, but that Game 7, I challenge anyone to come up with a better Game 7 in history. That was
not with that stake, not with the World Series on the line. I mean, never. Now, maybe in a playoff game somewhere, but think of the plays at the plate. Think of the forced play at the plate where Will Smith's foot came off the plate, right? The play Pages made in center field. I mean, all these things that just we forget about. All these little defensive plays.
Yeah. I mean, it was as a whole that was absolutely spectacular. And whether, the Dodgers are bad for baseball and blah, 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 wah, wah, wah. Listen, those dudes have it.
Yep.
And more often than not, you can't buy it. You just have it or you don't. And they got it. And the announcer butchered the phrase, but, in order to beat the man, you got to beat the man. And Toronto had opportunities. They just couldn't do it.
That's right.
And no disrespect to them, they didn't have enough of what the Dodgers had. And while it's maybe not championship metal, this Lobo football team has some metal too, and showing toughness, showing grit, and I love how this squad believes that they can win. And Jeff, you mentioned watching it, it's like, is it going to be the same old Lobos? Are they going to do this? Well, interestingly enough, the only folks that remember those same old Lobos are us, are the fans. This coaching staff, this squad, they don't have anything to do with that. They don't have any memory of that, and they're executing and they're showing what it takes to have a great season and a great squad. And yes, it can be done. Now, my thing is, and I thought about all the hate email and things that we get about the mercenaries and all that. It's kind of like when you open up a factory and you bring in folks and they come in and they choose your city, they spend their money here, they make it better all the way around. So it seems like these quote-unquote mercenaries are in town and they're showing Lobo fans that you can win here, you don't have to have just trash expectations, and you can really make something happen. I, for one, am glad. I'm grateful that they're finally showing folks around here that we can do things too. And it's amazing. It's great. And I'll say this. Yeah, Coach Eck, more than likely he's going to leave eventually, and these players are going to come and go. What's the constant? The constant's going to be the fan base and the facilities. And if the fan base and the facilities don't improve with the expectations, if they don't improve with the success, then guess what? It's going to be back to all of us. It's the same old Lobos. We need to take advantage of the fact that we can make it happen. It can happen here, and show some mettle and get things done around this place.
Appreciate it. Grady call at 505-246-0610. Fred, I'm going to hold you through the break because we're not going to have time. Can I tell you this? You could probably miss me at this point with, the Dodgers spend all this money. The Blue Jays have the 5th highest payroll in the league. The Blue Jays, like everybody, I want the Blue Jays to win because the Dodgers spend so much money. If you go back and look, I mean, it's not that much different, right? JJ, this isn't one small market team. The Dodgers, Dodgers $350 million. Blue Jays were 5th, $255 million, $95 million less. I mean, it's a lot of money. But it's not like this was the Pirates or the Royals. Blue Jays spent money too now. Kind of shows you got to spend money to succeed. And that's what Grady was talking about with Lobo football. Keep it going, keep building the facilities. And I saw a lot of athletic directors this last weekend asking me, what's going on with Lobo? What are they doing with football? Are they, I hear they're going to start committing. And I've been to a couple cool stadiums that have really, really, really done some different things. It makes a difference. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 630 Sports Channel.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and Frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gallus Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
TurboThreads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. TurboThreads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for TurboThreads.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family.
Opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM 610, the sports animal. Here's Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck.
Pitchy, woo-woo. Clark wanted to know where that came from. I guess Portnoy used it on the broadcast, the last play of the game. The pitchy, woo-woo, which is the Scott Van Pelt name for the lateral play at the end of games where teams just lateral and try to make something happen. Pitchy, woo-woo, which is a great name for that. The opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. Thanks for finding us on 95.9 FM. At AM 670 Sports Animal. Back to you. Appreciate you holding. It's the end of our... Fred, you'll understand. You remember that. Sanford and Son. What were the two main characters? It was Fred and Grady. So Grady went, and then now you go. What's up, Fred?
Hey, I want to talk about the Lobos. I want to congratulate the Daughters. That was probably my greatest World Series ever watching a game because you guys said it all. There was just there's just way too many things, and you got to give Roberts credit too for all the changes and all the people he brought in. And I mean, everything worked perfectly to perfection at the end. So, and the thing is, I was at the '75 World Series. I don't know if you remember.
Really?
I told you before. Willie Sanchez got me tickets 2 days before, and I had to take my 5-year-old boy with me. Gosh dang, that was tough because my youngest one was sick. My wife didn't trust my mom taking care of him, so I had my 5-year-old boy. And first game, I was holding my boy in my arms, standing up, sitting down. Everybody thought I was crazy bringing a 5-year-old to the World Series. But
so were you at Game
Louis,
6 when that was the Carlton Fisk game? Was Game 6?
Pardon me?
Were you at Game 6, the Carlton Fisk game?
Yeah, no, I was there for all of them. Yeah. The bad part about the World Series is there was so much rain that I had to spend like 3 extra days, which cost me a whole lot more. But yeah, no, I was with all of them. Yeah, it was unbelievable. But anyway, I wanted to talk about the Lobos though. You know, the offensive coordinator is doing an unbelievable job. I know we're all giving extra credit, of course, and it is correct, but it's amazing how, like, one game you'll see Jack Lane throw for 342 yards, and we don't run for much of anything, or the opposite. He'll have, like, Utah State game where he splits it up with about 214 to 181. He does something different every game. It's not the same. You don't know if we're going to run a lot or we're going to pass a lot. And we have so many. Like, when have we ever had tight ends right at UNM? I've been here my whole life. We've never had tight ends like Keith and Thomas. God, they both turned out to be unbelievable. We all were talking about Humphrey because we remember what he did to us last year. Right now, he's actually third string. And Bankston, he's unbelievable. Running the ball, catching the ball, doing everything. He's just unbelievable. And the one guy that I think, or a couple guys that are going to be in the pros, that Kagan Johnson, what an amazing guy that guy is. I wish he would have played the first 2 or 3 games, because remember, he was hurt. But he's already got 45 catches for 500 some yards or something like that. But it just seems like we're so quick. We're so, like, we don't get caught. Our running backs don't get caught from behind. Nobody gets caught from behind. I think the only one that ever got caught from behind was Lane when he turned around and tried to stiff arm that guy. And but anyway, this is an amazing team. It's so much fun. And also I want to give credit to his defense. I know it's hard to believe they score so much against our defense, but really our defense is better than you think. It really is. And then it's funny how you have Eck and you have Edwards and Johnson and Swain and Murphy and Combs. I mean, it's a new guy every time except for Eck. Eck's always the leader of the defense. But God, what a fun team this is, and I'm just having a good time.
That's fun, man. It's a great call, and thanks for it. I didn't know that he was 75 World Series. Oh, that's right. I'm looking at it, and I know this doesn't mean much, but it does. It just means for perception. Do you ever look at CBS Sports when they rank all 136 teams? You ever look at those every Monday? They just rank the 136. Where do you think New Mexico is? Because they started down in the hundreds. Like deep hundreds, like 120.
79.
So New Mexico is up 8 spots this week to 50.
Ooh, okay.
Now again, it's probably one guy's ranking. They surpassed UNLV. UNLV got a write-up this week. San Diego State's the number 1 team in the Mountain West in this. It's at 34. And then Boise State is at 51. And then New Mexico. It's telling you something, isn't it? They're just the respect. And when you get respect, the top ranked group of 5 team in this, and again, this is the college football playoff standings come out tonight, right? I believe it's tonight. Memphis at number 22. and then North Texas and South Florida, and then James Madison. So, just a little bit special.
He leaves tomorrow.
Is it tomorrow?
Yeah.
All right. Hondo says it happens everywhere, Jeffrey. Said I listened to the game on Las Vegas radio. Their announcers blamed the refs of early post time for the poor attendance, lack of Rebels energy. Noon in Vegas is like playing at 8 a.m. to do refs. But the reason was, I mean, look, you always got to
That's
find.
not new. They know they have that 24-hour rule they got to deal with. The Raiders are playing.
Yeah, no, and that's exactly what that is. I think it's an 18-hour turnover. By the time you got to get out of there, for them to turn the stadium over, because if you saw, so the Lobos and Rebels played in the same place the Raiders and Jaguars played, and Lobos and Rebels played on artificial turf. The Raiders game was on grass. Like, what? Same place? Yeah. So they got to change the field out, change the stadium, change the banners. I mean, I believe it's 18 hours. Because we got caught in that a few years ago. That's how we got that SMU BYU game in prime time, because they had to move the Raiders in. And hence they had to move to Las Vegas. So, yeah, all that's real. All right, you're on the Robert said, I'm coming, Elizabeth. This is the big one. Yeah, that was Fred Sanford. Red Fox's character. See? Well, all right, a couple people. Good morning, Jeff and JJ. There are three things in this life that are simply awesome and amazing. The Dodgers, the Lobos, and the OD and the AM. What an incredible weekend it was for sports. Thank you, John. Appreciate it. Yeah, the Dodgers paid almost $1 billion for this year's for that championship medal. Dodger fanboys are the worst. Remember them moving the team to Portland and dismantling the Dukes? Come on. They didn't do that. The Dodgers didn't move the Dukes to Portland. That was local ownership here. Come on now. They were a Dodger affiliate. But that was the local ownership who sold the team, and the local ownership moved the team to Portland. That wasn't the Dodgers. But don't let the truth get in the way of a good story. I understand that. And so you can hate the Dodgers for whatever reason you want. But the Dodgers didn't move the Dukes. The team got sold. The new ownership moved the team to Portland. And then Ken Young and Mike Koldyke and that group bought the team in Calgary and, moved that team out of Calgary and moved them down to here and called them the Ice. I mean, I don't want to pee on a good story. But let me inject just a touch of truth. Is that okay?
I think that's fair. Just don't let the facts get in the way of anything ever.
Yeah, I mean, hate the Dodgers for what you want, but that probably isn't the right reason. All right, this one says, this is Travis. JJ was 100% right about Lobstein this season. JJ said all season long that one time Lobstein was going to pull the ball and throw for a tutty, and teams would be completely unprepared for it. We saw it this weekend, and it was big. JJ knows football, no question, but knows this team even more. Lobo up, Aggies still suck. Go Lobos. Yeah. That's what, right? We've been saying, though, I mean, at some point he's going to pull it.
With anything that you do, you look at the tendencies of it, how it works, how do you play off it. And they made it work on Saturday because it became a game of who can make the most pass plays.
Yeah. All right, 9:30, we'll do biggest winners and losers of the NFL weekend. I probably got to get there, right? Did we do a 3-for-all last week?
Yes, we did.
Did I go 1 or 2?
Yes.
What'd you do?
0-3, baby.
You went 0-3.
0-3. The streak is over. I'm done.
I went your way, and Gabe's got back to reality. I will get you there. It's the opening drive on 95.9 FM and AM6.
Check out a new tailgate experience with the...
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now. Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of Celebrity Green synthetic putting greens and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks of the Rio Grande, generations of families remain. For 5 generations, Gala Chevrolet has handed down values written in stone, leading the way under sun-filled skies, past the vintage glow of Route 66. Built by generations past, built for generations to come. This is New Mexico. This is Gallus.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Roswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are One Eastern.
Well, I'm going to the frontier, walk up to the cashier, order up a root beer and a number 1. Cover it with green stuff, 1 scoop is not enough. Find a booth is real tough, back by the Duke. Meet my family, meet my friends in the quirkiest restaurant I have ever been. All of Albuquerque's favorite spot, it's the Frontier Restaurant.
The Frontier Restaurant is a proud supporter of ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry.
So if Cowboys and Cardinals aren't your thing tonight, you get college basketball. Highlighted by number 3 versus 13, Florida and Arizona. Get a little hoop start. Rick Pitino, St. John's, plays Quinnipiac. You get a few. Carolina plays tonight. Kansas plays tonight. Auburn plays Bethune-Cookman tonight. Wisconsin plays Campbell. Michigan plays Oakland. But you got games tonight. Gonzaga plays tonight. Villanova, BYU tonight as well. So you got games. UCLA, Donnie Dent. They'll be on BTN, the Big Ten Network. They play Eastern Washington. If you want to watch a little Donnie Dent. Opening drive, Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. 505-246-0610. Edward, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Good day, sir.
What an honor, a good day to be on your show this morning. What an amazing weekend. The Lobo program, I'm so proud of them. And I think this is just the beginning, right? I heard your opening conversation that they may win the conference, and now they're bowl eligible. And what a nice turnaround! And that's when you hire a gentleman who's uniquely qualified to run a program. You see the results, and that's amazing. New Mexico State, I like their competitiveness. You just have to find a way. You have to find a way to win those games, right? This weekend kind of got away from them. They should have won their last 2 games, but there's a reason why bad teams lose, right? Because that's kind of, they make decisions that are, that impact the games. I want to talk about 2 specific things. One, on our text threads, not only ours, but with my other friends, we can't agree on anything. But I said this to them yesterday. In the Josh Allen, Patrick Mahomes rivalry, they're 5-5 right now. We know who wins in the playoffs. We get it. But I made a statement yesterday, and everybody was in full agreement. I said, it's abundantly clear that Mahomes, the great talent that he is, he's an all-time great, benefits from the best coaching in the NFL and the best defensive coordinator. The guy's amazing. I think that Allen has to overcome his coaching. Yesterday was really good, right? The defensive scheme they had, but they asked Josh Allen to do everything. He is the running game at times, and I know they have their new running back, number 4, who's really good. But on 4th and short, he basically has to make a play. I think he went 23 for 26. And I think, I've been communicating, I think Josh Allen's been the best player in the league for 3 years. I think this is the 4th year he's the best player in the league. Now, the best player doesn't always win, as we know, right? So it's just an interesting observation. And in the playoffs, if they meet again, we might see the same result where the Chiefs and their great defensive coordinator and Mahomes Magic find a way to win. So it was vastly entertaining, and we're lucky to see this thing unfold as it does. I want to talk about Major League Baseball, Jeff, and I think it was probably one of the most thrilling postseasons we've had in recent history, if not the best. I can honestly say I've watched 3 total innings of the World Series, and I think it's amazing. I think baseball is in trouble, and it sounds weird to say that. I'm not saying they're in trouble this year or next year or maybe even 2 years, but if you remember post-COVID, nobody was watching the World Series. Like the NFL Pro Bowl was drawing bigger ratings than the World Series games. Now they got a spike, right? They introduced, the time element where they shortened the games. They introduced more playoff teams. And these are all things that you do when your product isn't carrying itself. And I think they got a huge bump with the best player that we've seen since, Barry Bonds or whomever you want to compare him to, that goes to one of the biggest markets and with a huge fan base. And it's amazing. And it's amazing what they did the last few years. Those aren't sustainable changes, right? And you're going to get to a point where the the regular season won't mean as much as it typically does because more teams get in. And I just think over the next 5 or 6 years, you've got the huge bump now the last couple of years. I think there'll be fatigue if a team continues to win. And I just think baseball, I just don't know, right? But it was an amazing series. I think they are worthy champions. It was thrilling. I just don't know if it's sustainable, quite honestly. Yeah. Those are my thoughts. You can digest them and take them apart if you'd like.
Thanks.
Have a good day.
Right. I would argue the other way. I think baseball made a comeback a little bit. And again, I've said this so many times, and I firmly believe it. Baseball, if you're in a baseball market, it resonates. If you live in San Diego or Kansas City or Pittsburgh or Toronto or St. Louis, whatever, you're watching them every day. They're there every day. You go into an establishment, it's on every day. You care. Maybe here people only watch it peripherally or whatever. I thought baseball had a tremendous season. I thought baseball had a tremendous season. I thought the World Series was epic. I thought the playoffs were very good. And I would go the other way on them. I absolutely think it's sustainable because there's young stars that are being marketed better. And in the markets in which they live, they're killing it. And I thought the postseason did nothing but add to baseball.
Baseball's not falling off. Baseball, the regular season for Major League Baseball, for the National Basketball Association, for the National Hockey League, it's all the same thing. It resonates in markets. Occasionally, there's a national storyline that, for a day or two, you're going to follow. But it's the postseason where you get your bump, and that's sport. To say there's like a downfall of baseball, no, I think it's kind of found its level. And with the changes in the game, it's a positive. Those changes in the game weren't meant to bring regular season baseball back. It's never coming back. The only regular season we care about is the NFL and college football. The rest of them, it's okay. This is nice. This fills time. Get me to the playoffs. And that's evident in these sports. And that's when the ratings go up. That's when they'll make their most money. Naturally, this was the most viewed Game 7.
Yeah, what was the number on it? I saw that.
In World Series history. What was ranking as the most watched Fall Classic game since 2017. Excuse me. So since 2017, this was the most watched game. 25.8 million viewers, peaked at an audience of 31 million. So the argument of the regular season, sure, you can make that argument, but when you compare anything to football, to me, I don't think it gets you anywhere because it's on a different level. What you're trying to do is keep it afloat, as you said, have your impact in markets where you're selling tickets, you're making television revenue from people watching the games, and then make a difference in the postseason.
Do you think it's on a different impact or a different trajectory than the NBA?
No, I feel the same about those regular seasons. People don't care. But the playoffs come around, people care.
Yeah, I absolutely agree with you. I mean, you're going to like your thing, right? You're going to like what you like. I listen to many people who tell me they can't stand it. You can't watch it. It's too long. It's too this, it's too that. Whatever. And that's why the good Lord invented the remote control. All right, you can go watch your soccer. You can go watch your fishing. You can watch your poker. You can watch your basketball. Whatever. We all watch football. But baseball's fun. In fact, baseball has come a long way in the last 5 years. The rule changes, the pitch clock, all these things, I think have been a great benefit to baseball. And in the market, for those who care, and I think the younger generation has come back a little bit to baseball. The numbers bear that out. And you've got an Ohtani, and you've got a Vlad Guerrero. Now he plays in Canada. You know, isn't it amazing the difference in Ohtani? What if he stays in Anaheim? He's Mike Trout, right? We wanted to see Ohtani in the playoffs. We got to see Ohtani in the playoffs. How about the end of the National League Championship Series? What Ohtani? You got your moment. Otherwise, if he stays in Anaheim, he's Mike Trout, right?
Yeah, it's harder to convince people that he's the best player ever, even though he still would have been the best player ever, but now it's no doubt.
Next to Yamamoto. All right, keep them coming. 505.
He just needs to get in the cage this offseason. Shohei, work with him a little bit. Be like, all right, man.
He can hit too.
Get you some DH rolls.
Yep, he can hit as well. 505-246-0610. Get your biggest winners and losers from the NFL weekend. We come back. It's relatively cut and dry, I think. Relatively, although there were some outliers. 505-246-0610. Emails, Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com. Weather was spectacular again, huh? I don't know. You saw Coach Eck and his family. They were in their backyard. You got a backyard that maybe somebody's got. You got a little backyard empty. You want a yard like theirs, or maybe you just want a yard that you're going to. LeBar's Landscape is going to do that for you. Whatever it is, you want a backyard transformation. You just want to clean up. You need some help with it, like I did. For me, man, mine just got away from me. I needed my grass reseeded. I needed the sprinkler system helped out. I needed some trees removed. Just like I needed it cleaned up. Now I spend a bunch of time in my yard, and every time I pull up and back from my front yard, I love it. You're thinking about it, and you're thinking, you know what, it's fall. I'm going to wait till spring. Don't wait till spring. Bad decision, because everybody thinks the same thing. And what that means to you is you're going to get on a list, and by the time your project is done, half of next summer is going to be gone. Call LaBarge Landscape today. Have it done now. So when spring arrives, you don't have to wait. If you know what it is you want with your yard, LaBarge is going to come in and make it happen, and it's going to be spectacular. If you don't know what you want, but you just know you want something, you've got space, but you're not sure, they're going to send the design team out there, and they will create something that your family is going to love for years, and it's going to be spectacular. For 32 years now, LaBarge Landscape has won the hearts of customers dreaming about gorgeous landscapes all around our town. They help me out immensely. You're going to get years of enjoyment from a landscape transformation. You will love it. Remember, the people who get to enjoy a new landscape in the spring, that's the people who call Labarge Landscape now. And if you just need a cleanup during the fall, like leaf cleanup or pruning of shrubs, Labarge Landscape does that as well. 505-345-3000. 505-345-3000. Go online, look at their website, Labarge, L-A-B-A-R-G, labargelandscape.net. Whether your project is small or large. The answer is easy. It's Labarge Landscape.
NFL coverage all season long.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
High school sports are back. You can watch every ProView Network broadcast online on the NFHS network. Every moment from every game from every sport, including all NMAA state championship games. Get your monthly pass now. Just go to ProViewNetworks.com, click on the NFHS logo, and sign up today. Watch New Mexico's best.
Across the state of New Mexico, different journeys will begin. And when their journeys unite, together will become one experience. Our campuses across New Mexico in Portales, Boswell, and Ruidoso come together to provide you the support as one family. We are one family that share one goal, one opportunity at a time. We are one Eastern.
Don't sacrifice quality and flavor when you're in a hurry. Golden Pride offers ribs, fried chicken, red and green chili breakfast burritos, and frontier sweet rolls. 4 great locations, or visit us online at goldenprideabq.com. Golden Pride Barbecue Chicken and Ribs are proud supporters of ProView Sports.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com. Rudy's is a proud supporter of ProView Networks. We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros.
Footy tonight here in the Sports Animal. We get the Cardinals and the Cowboys. Monday Night Football in your home for the National Football League. Starts at 5:30, our coverage. We're back tomorrow morning to talk about it. It's the opening drive. Jeff Symbieta and JJ Buck. 505-246-0610 if you want to get in today. Emails Jeff at sportsanimalabc.com and JJ at sportsanimalabc.com. Sid says you're wrong, Mr. Symbieta. One of the main reasons that the entire sale went down was because the Dodgers were crying about the facility and wanted out of the sports stadium. The Dodgers were not happy with an antiquated stadium. That is correct. But they didn't move the team. Sid, the team sold, and the new ownership moved its support. you're right. The Dodgers were not happy with that old stadium, but they didn't move. Now they could have changed affiliate. That's not how that happened. All right, biggest winners and losers. So first of all, hit me on the free for all.
So you were 1-2, connected on Denver.
All right.
Lost on the Lions and Packers.
So I'm now 9-18.
And my run is over. Fun while it lasted. Missed on New England 5.5. They won by 1. I was on the Chargers. They only won by 7. I was 9.5. And Jacksonville minus 2.5, and they won by 1.
On the last minute field goal. All right, so you're 17-10, and I'm 9-18. All right, you want winners or losers for the weekend?
Let's go winners.
All right. This was a clear-cut weekend in a lot of respects for me when it came to this as I was watching it. Although as I looked through it, I'm like, wow, there could have been more. But number 3 on the winners and losers is a team that's in last place in their division. You're going to go, well, Jeff, how can that be a big win for them? But it keeps them in contention in their division because the division's tight and they get their quarterback back and win. Minnesota going to Detroit was getting J.J. McCarthy back and him going back to Michigan where he played. And he was on IR last year and he was hurt. Them going in and winning was gigantic. Lions have a season-high 10 penalties. They allowed Jared Goff to be sacked 5 times. But in a divisional game, I think if Minnesota loses that game, they're done. I think if they go 3-5 and the Lions go to 6-2, they're just about done. But with the Packers losing, the Lions losing, and the Bears not that great, although they won, it keeps Minnesota in it. So I thought it was a huge win for Minnesota. I think that's number 3. Number 2 for me was Pittsburgh's win, as everybody had them buried. Oh, they lost the Bengals, and here come the Ravens, and the Ravens won again, and Lamar's healthy, and the Steelers aren't that good, and it's fool's gold. And so here comes the team with the best record in the AFC, Indianapolis. And you got to go to their place. Oh no, it was at your place. It was at your place. But the way they handled Daniel Jones, the way their defense got to Daniel Jones, the fact that they held Jonathan Taylor to 45 yards rushing, hell, they won that game. I don't know that ends up being the long-term thing, but for now, for today, for this weekend, that's a gigantic to keep them in first place, to keep the Hounds off of them for a while, to keep a 2-game lead over the Ravens, the 2.5 over Cincinnati. I thought that was huge. And it was only usurped by the number 1, and it's the Bills. And you said it earlier, we'll see how big of a win that is. But it's Buffalo, Kansas City. It's the 2 brands right now in the AFC. No matter how good Indianapolis has been, these are the 2 teams. And Kansas City was playing so well. And everybody had them coming, and here they come. And it's a big loss for Kansas City because they fall 2 games behind the Broncos now. But I thought the Bills making that statement, being able to hold off at the end and winning 28-21 and just beating those guys because every time they play, it's a big deal. And the Bills keep pace with New England, keep pace in second place. So I got Buffalo 1, Minnesota 2. Buffalo 1, Pittsburgh 2, Minnesota 2.
It's on point.
You got any honorable mentions there? I mean, maybe the Bears, the way they won, but because they almost lost.
Did you mention Carolina?
I didn't, and I thought about it.
They got to be. That I would say honorable mention for sure.
Yeah.
Now look at that pair.
No, that's right. That's right. They're right there. They're a game and a half back at Tampa Bay. Yeah. No, that's good. But they will factor in. Our biggest losers. Number 3 is Washington, and I say that because the way they lost, I think they're done now. I think it takes them out of playoff contention, and to get run out of their own building on a national game, to look so bad in all 3 phases of the game in the first half. Sam Darnold threw 4 touchdown passes in the first half. They fumble a kickoff. They look like they have no secondary. They put no pressure on Sam Darnold. They couldn't move the ball. And then they leave their quarterback in there, and his elbow gets bent the wrong way. They're number 3. Number 2 is Green Bay. JJ, you can't lose like that at home. I give them a ton of credit on the helmets. The uniforms were sweet. The leather-looking helmets, whoever designed them, were fantastic. But they're only in first place because the Lions got beat, and that division is so competitive. They scored 13 points against the Panthers. JJ, the Panthers. Didn't the Panthers give up 42 points to the Patriots, 30 points to the Falcons? No, they scored 30. They got 40 to the Bills. Sorry, 2 weeks ago. The Panthers are insanely crazy to me, but that's a horrible loss for the Packers. And the number 1, Cincinnati, just because you're gonna let Joe Flacco at 40 years old throw for a career high 400 whatever yards and not tackle Colson Loveland at the end of the game and let him run up and down the field on you and score and you stole that game twice. You got an onside kick. Everything that you needed to happen for you to beat the Bears happened for you, and then you urinated down your leg and let that thing get away from you at the end. That is a brutal loss for Cincinnati. They're done.
Yeah, whoever lost Bears-Bengals game is going to be on the list with the way that went down. The Packers, man, just the inconsistency from that team. It's a tip of the cap to Carolina, but the ceiling is high for Green Bay, but they also have a lower floor than what we've seen, especially with Minnesota coming up, beating Detroit, an opportunity for the Packers to stay a step ahead. But then Minnesota, Chicago, somehow, some way, get victories. They lose their game, and that's super frustrating. And Carolina was trying to give that game away.
Hard.
With the personal, the unsportsmanlike conduct penalty after Rico Dowdle's touchdown pushes the extra point back, misses the extra point, missed opportunities for Green Bay, just not able to finish drives with touchdowns. And it's a little bit of Carolina has got a feisty defense, and they got a solid unit over there, and there's just what they found with Rico Dowdle.
Good thing the Cowboys didn't need it.
The Cowboys didn't need it right back. Yeah. Now, Devontae Williams is fine this season, but Dowdle going in there, upending Chuba Hubbard after his injury, and there's just a different confidence. With Bryce Young under center, they're like, hey, we got Rico, and you can make some plays downfield.
Rico Dowdle, 25 carries, 130 yards. He's your RB1. And they're right in the thick of it at 5-4. And in the middle of that race in the NFC South. They're a game and a half back of Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay is 6-2. They were on a bye. All right, 505-246-0610. You can argue with any of that. I'm down with it. Listen to what you have to say. Still have time for you to get in as we take our final break. Emails Jeff at sportsanimалabq.com and JJ at sportsanimалabq.com, and they're coming in this morning. If you want to get in on United's playoff win, you can. Lobo women play tonight against Northern Arizona. That's their season opener. Dodgers and Blue Jays is on the table for you. The Mountain West Conference race. Hugh Freeze getting fired. Another power job is open. This one is at Auburn. So it's all open for you at 505-246-0610. Hey, what do you get gift-wise on your list for that person who buys everything for themselves? That guy, lady, they have everything. They're impossible to buy for. Mustang Home Goods. Have my guy Mike Waring create beautiful furniture. It's not just furniture that is art. Something that'll be durable, that is comfortable, that is beautiful. I got one in my office. It is the piece in my office. People keep coming by, looking at it, and it's got the Isleta New Mexico Bowl logo on it. You can have a logo. You don't have to have a logo. Go over to the website, MustangHomeGoods.com. Bounce around the website. Look at what Mike does, and then schedule a consultation with Mike. Mike pours his heart for excellence and experiences with Navy, now into design custom furniture for people of all shapes and sizes. He'll make a piece that fits you. This is not just furniture. This is art. It's the centerpiece of my office. You can have stuff that's the centerpiece of your home. Think about what you'd like. What would like? You don't have to have a logo on it, but if you want to, what would you like? Talk to Mike about having something special for you. Go to our Facebook page, The OD in the AM, and see what Mike did for me. He's a retired Navy officer, and he is spectacular. He will make a piece or pieces to fit you. And it's not just one room. It's the office, it's the bedroom, it's the living room, the dining room, the patio. It's tremendous, beautiful, custom, comfortable furniture that is also art. Mustang Home Goods is where you can find all this stuff. Go bounce around the website. Give them a call, 505-418-8070. 505-418-8070. Set up a consultation. Let Mike help you tell your story in your home. It's Mustang Home Goods. Tell your story in your home.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
For your surprisingly great rates, contact your local State Farm agent today.
If you want the real deal, call State Farm agent Marty Size in Albuquerque today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
We've been trained, conditioned, and rewarded for doing more. But people weren't designed for all that doing. Our bodies need to settle into nothing from time to time. Into nothing at all. In a world obsessed with doing more, we invite you to undo.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible. For over 20 years, Evergard Roofing and Solar has been committed to customer service. Locally owned and operated, Evergard offers both commercial and residential roofing and solar services. For more info, please call 505-821-9543. Evergard Roofing and Solar are proud supporters of ProView Sports Network and New Mexico Youth Athletics.
I might not be in the cage as much anymore. Just like riding a bicycle, I can pick up the fight from where I left off. I'm not some slick-haired outsider posing with borrowed gloves. I grew up here. New Mexico is in my blood. I'm a New Mexican fighting for other New Mexicans. I'm Adam Oakey. I'll be your champion in the courtroom.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
From the Sandia foothills to the banks.
The Sports Animal.
All right, taking you to Monday Night Football tonight here on the Sports Animal. Cardinals and Cowboys, 5:30 is when our coverage will start here on your home for the National Football League, the Sports Animal. NFL coverage on the Sports Animal presented by Hyenas Comedy Nightclub. Now open in Albuquerque, featuring Al Jackson, Derek Cahill, Michael Longfellow, and Chris Franhola. Get your tickets before they sell out. Conveniently located in Windrock Town Center. Visit hyenascomedynightclub.com/Albuquerque for more information. Text line says Green Bay losing their tight end added injury to insult Jekyll and Hyde offense. Yeah, Tucker Kraft going down I think was really big because he is, I don't even think it's arguable, he's been their most consistent in their best position.
Yes, both statistically and consistent.
Yeah, no, he's been really big for them. All right, what do you got to know as you go through your day? What's everything that you're talking about? Well, I mean, everything that happened yesterday. The trade deadline in the NFL. The Eagles landed a little bit of help today. They got a linebacker from the Dolphins, Jalen Phillips, for a third round. So that's. Do you expect a lot? Do you think this will be pretty quiet, or you expect? Because I think we're going to get a little flurry.
I think we'll get a couple moves.
Yeah, I think we get a little flurry coming up here. What else you got to know? College basketball starts. You got ladies hoops here on the Sports Animal tonight. Lobo women against Northern Arizona. JJ will have the call from the pit. That starts at 6:30 pregame, 7 o'clock tip-off. So you get that tonight. You get that along with your Monday Night Football. The word on Jaden Daniels, and you saw that gross injury yesterday. And JJ, are you one of those who? Because I kind of, it was 38-7 at that point, with 7.5 minutes to go. What do I got my quarterback in, and why am I running him on a like? I mean, that's who he is, and I get it. 38-7, I lost my quarterback for the year, and his elbow bent the wrong way. Word is a MRI today, but the diagnosis is dislocated elbow out of play.
Yeah, I'm going to be in the minority. I didn't have a problem with him being on the field because he hasn't played a lot. You haven't had a lot of repetitions with that offense. I assume it was probably going to be the last series he was seeing, but it was an RPO and it was a handoff for a pass. It wasn't there, and he took off and ran and got thrown down.
Did you see it? No. Dude.
Yeah, not good.
I mean, just one of those. All right, 505-246-0610. Frank, good morning. You're on the Sports Animal. Hi, Frank.
Hey, guys. Long time no talk.
Good to hear you.
Great show again. You know, I'm calling because I promised myself I would make this call. I met with my crew at Twin Peaks to watch the Lobo game. The Lobo game is not on at Twin Peaks. And I looked at the manager. I go, dude, advertised 24/7 on that station. They couldn't get the Lobo game. So I'm watching it, my phone, the scores on Google. It's 21-0, almost halftime. I looked at my guys. I said, I'll see you at Billy's. Of course, by the time I got to Billy's, it was tied. And Billy's doesn't have the game on. They can't get the game either. Oh, we have DirecTV. So I'm with 20 guys behind this Asian dude, the smartest guy in the bar, watching the end of that game on a freaking cell phone. It's embarrassing, man.
The game wasn't on altitude, was it? So it was, you had to stream it on the MW. Yeah, and I'm not going to lie. So I was in San Diego trying to catch it. Audra found the radio call. We were listening to the radio call because I couldn't get the stream where I was on the MW. On my phone.
Well, yesterday I tore out some walls. I've got a basketball goal in my kitchen now. I'm going to watch the Lobos on Fubo in my chonies shooting free throws from now on.
You ain't leaving. All right, man. Good to hear you. And sorry about that. Yeah, that one, because I was trying to get it just where I was, get that stream, and it was just because I was out by their stadium. You would think their stadium would have really good Wi-Fi because everything else is there. But no, I thought it was. Didn't they advertise it was going to be on altitude?
I think there was a moment people thought it was, but it was not. ever officially announced?
Yeah, it was on the MW. Yeah, it was a tough one. It was a hard one to find if you were trying to get to a sports bar and they're like, yeah, whatever. We got every other game but this one. I get that. Yeah, that could be frustrating. Did I get to all your emails today? There were a couple I did get earlier. Dan wants Heather Dyke fired, Jeffrey and Juan Jose. Women's soccer should be better than this. They shouldn't be losing in the Mountain West Conference play-in game every year. Heather, queen of the draw, Dyke must go. I mean, that's your beat.
You have that right to say that as a fan, but you're not getting a better soccer coach to come here.
Promise you that.
With what they have to work with.
I think she's terrific. And you're not going to win every year. They lost the first round? Is that what
They
happened?
did 1-0 to Utah State yesterday.
So there's that. All right. Mean Machine. It's just so frustrating, Jeff. I was in beautiful downtown Henderson, Nevada, Saturday morning. Decided it was almost close time. Better go drink a little cold water and watch the game. I went to 3 establishments with probably 50 monitors combined, no game, so we decided maybe we need to go to Vegas Tropics. We drove to a sports bar near McCarran, no game. By now it was almost halftime, so we had to strain our necks watching the crummy phone screen. Why are these games so hard to find on TV in 2026? Still 2025. Get your point. Yeah. Yeah.
I think it was on like Nevada Sportsnet, so it should have been on in Vegas.
In Vegas?
Yeah.
Lobo Hobo, my theory, maybe the Mountain isn't very good. Does anyone in this league blow your socks off, including the guys in the blue who just saw their quarterback limp off the court before it looked like a significant injury? Nobody looks like a playoff team in this league, do they? Or does San Diego State to you? If you put San Diego State against Memphis or South Florida, what do you think?
I think it would be close.
How do you think?
But
San Diego State gave up a touchdown on the first drive the other day, and that was it. Shut my mouth down.
But I'm looking at the Mountain West in its bubble and judging teams based on that as opposed to judging them versus other people because this is Mountain West Conference football play and that's what matters.
All right, did I get them? I think I got them all for you. I think I did. You get, yeah, David, I got the mic thing worked out with me. All right, we're all there. Good stuff for you today. Tomorrow, Tony Sanchez in the morning. We get going at 7 o'clock. Tough loss for the Aggies. They're now 3-5. They've got to beat. They got with Kennesaw State, Tennessee, and no, they got 4 left. They closed with Middle Tennessee and UTEP, Tennessee before that, and they got Kennesaw State. So they've got to win 3 of their next 4 to get forward. And Kennesaw State's probably pretty good. Well, not probably. It's going to be a tough run for the Aggies now to get there after the loss at Western Kentucky. Western Kentucky is bowl eligible at 7. And Kennesaw State 6. Isn't it crazy some of the teams in that league have gone to the top, the new teams in? Kennesaw State, Jacksonville State, Missouri State. Oh, Delaware is formed. Do that in the morning. Thank you to Jason Eck. He was with us today. Global Football Club. Bye week. The Herd with Colin Cowherd is next. The Jim Rome Show is after that. Unfiltered with Kenny Thomas comes in at 4. Then you get Cowboys and Cardinals tonight. Oh, no, you don't. What are we doing tonight? Where are you tonight?
Women's basketball tonight.
Women's basketball tonight. We got Lobos and Northern Arizona. JJ cracks the mic at 6:30 from the day. Adrian, thank you for the TV stream. Looks really good. He is JJ Buck. I'm Jeff Symbieta. I know it's a big day for you.
Huge.
Enjoy it. Have a great call. Be good to each other, please. Be kind, loving, caring, and sharing. We'll smell you tomorrow.
We would like to thank the following sponsors for making this broadcast possible.
Eagle Greens and Turf are a family-owned and operated business with over 25 years of experience in the home improvement industry. They are your exclusive dealer of celebrity green, synthetic putting greens, and artificial turf. They also have artificial turf that is specifically designed for your pets. Eagle Greens and Turf are proud sponsors of ProView Networks and can make your lawn green all year long at 505-273-2744.
I'm a Blaze King customer, and I have been for the last 10 years. Blaze King stoves are very efficient, they're easy to maintain, and they use a lot less wood than you would typically use with a fireplace.
Blaze King, that's a fire.
The heat is on when it's a Blaze King wood stove, controlling heat up to 40 hours on a single load of wood with a built-in thermostat. See for yourself at either Blaze King showroom, Albuquerque and Santa Fe. Blaze King, and now that's a fire.
International Protective Services is a proud supporter of ProView Sports and New Mexico Youth Athletics. IPS provides residential and commercial security services in the Albuquerque metro area. For more info, please call 505-897-2420 or visit internationalprotectiveservice.com.
Burrito Express is proud to announce that we are the official burrito spot of ProView Networks. Since 1982, with 6 locations serving Albuquerque, Rio Rancho, and Roswell, the question is, red or green? Let's go to the burrito. Visit letsgototheburrito.com and order now.
Turbo Threads is a proud sponsor of ProView Networks.
Almost 30 years of experience means fast service, great prices, and a wide selection of apparel from t-shirts to performance sport shirts, even jackets and hats. They feature low minimums and no setup charges on most orders. Turbo Threads is located at 1503 Golf Course Road in Rio Rancho, or find them on Facebook, online at turbothreads.com, or call 999-1234 for Turbo Threads.
Albuquerque's leader in sports is ProView. From pros to prep, all your favorite action. All your favorite talk shows. Find it on ProView Networks.